we're on the internet, officially, with some new backdrops for a lot of people, which I find fun. So,
Almost. Yeah.
yeah. All right then. So, to our one viewer, whoever you are, we love you. Thank you for being here. And to you, the players, before we get into any of the what we did and the recaps and all of that, we forgot to roll the followers chart last time.
Oh yeah.
And of all the things I forgot was the Strongholds and Followers book. So hold on one second.
I think I'm picking up their Stephos. Maybe not. That's good.
All right, cool. Also, it is
There's
too quiet.
Did we not do experience last time?
I think we did.
The last dated was 7/18.
Well,
That
remember
was
we
3
didn't play
weeks
last
ago.
week. Oh, so that's 3 weeks ago? Then I guess not. Call it, because you guys mostly were doing a maintenance like session last time. So how about we just add 1,000 to whatever's there? Like, you don't have to divide it, just take 1,000.
Oh no.
What? What's the oh no?
He said
I said
800.
800 or leave it.
Oh. Oh, there's negotiation now. All right, and now I have fixed the audio. Sweet. So, well, I fixed the lack of music. Anyway,
Very loud.
is it? Oh,
me.
you're on a new Discord, so you have to
Eh,
redo your levels. Because it's normal on my end.
that's good.
Yeah.
So, who wants to roll on the follower chart first?
Kieran. Kieran wants to.
I will. What I roll?
Well, you are a fighter, so go ahead and roll a D100.
Okay.
Smell that?
Hmm?
I smell breakfast.
You're talking to the wrong guy.
Ooh.
Oh, unfortunately.
93.
Whoo!
Oh.
93, you say?
Close.
I say.
You have made it to the Special Allies chart for the fighter.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, nice.
Let me flip over to that now.
Where's my fucking dragon?
All right, what? I don't know if we ever decided, but what did you say Dwbar's alignment was? We did decide. We talked about this. What did you decide on Dwbar's alignment?
Fuck. I don't remember, to be honest.
Well, then what do you think Dwbar's alignment was? Knowing who he is, what he's about.
I would probably say I don't think he's lawful, and I don't think he's evil either, so I'll cop out with a neutral.
Neutral good?
Yeah,
Like the
he's-
left and the bottom.
Because remember,
So-
the way you can think about it, you have good and evil, and then on the left and right you have lawful, which is like he's about civilization, he's about order and structure, whereas chaotic is more he's about the wilderness and the wilds, and order and structure are not something that he wants to have to deal with. And then neutral is someone who just neither here nor there.
Definitely.
neutral.
I don't know about true neutral.
You're either neutral good or true neutral.
I would say
Or
neutral.
are you chaotic?
I'm not chaotic.
Chaotic, no. He would have. If it were
Nothing.
me, I'd say he's either neutral good or lawful good.
What?
I would say neutral good.
Neutral good. Final answer.
Yeah. Final answer.
Okay.
I'll write it down.
So, then I need you to roll a d12.
Is there a place on the shield sheet to write that?
Yeah, it would be
There
at the top of
should
your
be.
character sheet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about in Fantasy Grounds, but
Also,
I don't
physical
see
sheet.
it. Oh, I'm using Lane's character
you
sheet. I don't think
Pass
that's.
me the red one.
oh yeah, I took alignment off my character sheet because I don't like it. But this book uses alignment, so
Welcome.
that means we're using alignment.
Neutral is in EU, right? Or is it in UE?
It just.
In EU.
Oh no, you're talking about how to spell it. In EU.
Yeah.
In EU.
Alright, roll a d12. I'll use my good die for this one.
He has good die.
Ooh, 11.
Okay then.
Hey, is that what I rolled?
No.
I thought I rolled
Wait.
an 11 on the d12.
What did you decide Brand's alignment was?
I don't know. You didn't ask me. Probably
Neutral.
neutral good, probably. Or I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
then-
can we look up what?
No, that lines up because you rolled the exact same thing Brand did.
Oh wait, so we actually
You
get another dragon? So, well, get another dragon?
What?
I want a dragon.
You got a young topaz dragon.
Come on.
Now here's
So
the
that we're
thing. I cannot for the life of me right now come up with an explanation as to why you would get one. So we're gonna just deal with that later.
Yay.
But you rolled young topaz dragon on the thing. So maybe he's got a brother? I don't know. That seems dumb, but
I mean, what if? I don't know.
or
Well,
if you don't want to do that, Kieran, I'll offer you a reroll
On the d12,
on the D12 part. Yeah.
or
I'll
what
say-
if you just chose to increment or decrement one?
So here's my
I'm
thing.
gonna-
Yeah.
I told you about my plans for Dwbar's long-term plans, right?
Yes.
Could that fit in somehow, shape, or form? Maybe he's not
Okay.
of the woods. He's more.
Okay, yes, so we're gonna keep this and we're gonna talk about that later.
Okay.
Because I like that idea now. But okay then. So then that's settled. We're gonna discuss that off stream a little bit and see what we come up with. All right, who's next?
Lubo's next.
Lubo. Yeah, I was gonna say Lubo. You wanna go?
All right. Lubo has rolled a 28.
Lubo has rolled a 20. Okay. Lubo. This is interesting to me. I'm trying to figure out how to tie this in the best way.
But we have to tie it in right this very second.
No. So I'll just tell you what you have gotten. You have a new retainer. You have a 3rd level seer.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
Well, you can look up a 3rd level seer in Strongholds and Followers if you want, and you can see what they do.
Okay.
He's not going to tell you.
So, well, it's a retainer, so it's a follower that has some powers.
Oh yeah.
Ye-
It's listed there, right? Actual retainers are listed in there. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, well then, who's next?
For some reason I can't.
You're muted.
For some reason, I can't edit the notes, so one of you is gonna have to add it into the retainer.
Oh
from
yeah.
the developer. All right. Well, last one's me.
Well, no, Brains doesn't
That
roll.
is in. Oh,
It's fine. Go.
89.
89.
89.
Close.
Let's
I
see
think
what
90 up
it's.
is the...
It's a different number for every class.
Oh.
What'd you say you rolled?
89.
89.
I'm gonna need you to roll d12 for me.
Oh my god.
Holy
Oh.
shit!
Roll an
What
11.
is this?
Roll an 11.
Well, hold on. Before you roll it, this roll doesn't count.
Oh.
Okay.
Or no, you can let the roll count if you want. But I'm not gonna be able to tell you what you get until you tell me what you think Jules' alignment is right now.
Chaotic neutral.
I completely agree with that assessment. So, what did you roll?
We're rolling 8.
We have another dragon.
No.
You need to get us...
Oh, come on.
Josh.
We need at least 3.
Um,
Can't
Jules.
live without 3 dragons.
Yes.
as you are wandering the land around Rind one night,
Nice.
you are you begin to see something. This flicker of an image that appears and disappears. It's unsettling to you. You get the sense that you should go home, return to the keep. And as you turn around to walk back the way you came, in front of you, floating ethereally, almost see-through, the visage of an elf, a human, who knows? It's like something out of a nightmare. But it doesn't seem hostile. It floats, and you hear a voice in your mind, and coming from the creature itself, and it says, You follow. So do I. As long as we both follow, I will help when the need arise. And then it kind of slowly fades into the mist of the woods. Your special ally is a ghost.
Alright.
Ooh.
Dragons and ghosts and lions.
I just want a wide pan shot of just Jules by himself in the middle, just...
So, the 2 times, let's be clear, the 2 times that Jules has rolled on the follower chart, one time an orc barbarian came up and was like, point at it and it dies. The second time, a ghost appeared. Now, remember, to both of you, because you've both rolled a special ally, right? So, to both of you, I feel it very important to clarify, special allies are not followers. They do not come to your beck and call. They are allies. They are aligned with you now, but they have a mind of their own. So,
I want a
the
cool
ghost
friend.
Ally.
yes.
Well, good.
All right,
That's
so
dope.
Bran, I think you're the last one.
I am indeed.
So go ahead and give me your roll.
That is a 88.
Stop.
11.
I refuse.
11.
I need you to
11.
roll a d12.
11, please. For the love of God.
Okay, I just
What?
want you guys to know. Dwbar's chance of getting this was 91 to 100. And both of you had 81 to 100. We just saw what is basically 3 nat 20s. Percentage-wise.
Not quite.
Yours was a
four.
nat 20. Yours was a nat 20, Kieran.
Oh, mine was 19 or 20, basically. Almost. Ish.
Okay, so you rolled a 4 on the d20, Josh? And we're going with that you were neutral good?
D12.
Or on the d12?
Yes.
Okay, and you rolled say one more time.
4.
4.
Not an 11. That's disappointment.
You know what? Josh, I'm going to make a slight adjudication. Because
Okay. Maybe.
I'm going to pull your creature. It's still a 4 result, but I'm going to pull it off the chaotic good chart because it just makes more sense with your character and your environment. The one for the neutral good chart is kind of nonsensical and random. Is that okay with you? It's just as good.
Suppose. I will put this decision in your hands and agree to whatever you decide.
Okay. Then in that case, if you allow me to make this one adjudication. As you are also out exploring around the Forest of Rend, it is evening, and you begin to hear a voice calling out to you. And it sounds old and it sounds wizened. And you hear, that was quite a battle that you won the other day. You don't know where the voice is coming from.
Okay. I attempt to discern where the voice is coming from.
Make a perception check.
It's coming
A
from
19 plus a lot of things.
Okay.
Perception, that would be a 25.
25. This is strange, but not unheard of. As your ear perks up above you, up to kind of the treetops. And you almost know what's going to happen before you even look up. But you look up, and as you're looking up, you see a tree bending down towards you. A tree with a face.
Right?
And it speaks to you and it says, "You were kind to the forest. With your lives and your keep threatened, you took only what was needed and nothing more. And you repelled one who, through actions and words, would have done much, much worse to me and to my family. You hold the mantle of the ones who were here before, ones who maintained, ones who improved the wood, who tended to it and cultivated without consumption. I was a friend to your ancestors, and so now I am a friend to you, so long as your intentions prove as true.
I'll do my best.
The woods of Rend owe you.
All right.
When you need us, just come have a conversation. We are slow, but strong." And he just sort of stands back up and becomes as still as a tree. And you have acquired a tree ant as a special ally.
All right. We take this.
That's pretty sick.
So, Lubo, you're the only one who actually got a follower on the follower chart. Everyone else just had all of these things start appearing and like, "Hey, I like you. Let's talk."
That seems awesome. Luo wants to make a friend.
That's
To
insane.
be fair, yeah. If I do anything to upset my 2 allies, then I'm out.
Josh, you don't even have a follower yet, do you? Other than Right Off.
Right.
That's hilarious.
So, I got a seer, and it is a wizard retainer.
Sweet.
like the lowest level wizard retainer.
Well, they can level up though.
Yeah, they can level up.
Yeah, I mean there's all sorts of different retainers for each class, so it can specify what this one does. Just as you would imagine a seer would behave, or what kind of effect having a seer would
Well,
be.
there is actually a Seer's retainer block. It's in the book. Hold on. I will pull that up real quick.
Yeah, it just doesn't do anything like special. It doesn't have any specific stuff. It's I know a lot of things don't have their own stat blocks or like info blocks.
Oh wow, this one actually doesn't. That's wild. Oh, but but you said it's a wizard retainer. Okay,
Yeah.
no, I see it. It's right here. There's the block for the seer. Right there.
Yeah, I just mean like story wise. It's cool to have like there, but I don't know why this guy would appear.
Okay, well, we will come up with a reason. That's sort of the way that these follower charts are normally meant to work, is that you get to see what you roll and then decide, like, create who that person is in a way.
Oh, I know exactly who she is.
Okay, cool. Then
Yes.
you guys have retainers. And remember, retainers can either be left at the stronghold to operate it while you're gone. They can be sent on their own missions to do things, recover things, whatever you want them to do. Or they can come with you. So,
No, so this is an old tiefling lady who I brought back from my summer travels.
yes. I love that.
Yeah. Her name is Gaz.
Write that down.
Guzz.
Yeah.
Write that down. Write that down.
So,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
this is interesting. You guys have some shit that's happening. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, then with that, we will dive into the actual game. Let me look one little thing up. Oh.
Terminator.
I want to watch Terminator.
So. Oh, someone already
Ooh.
exited the map.
Oh, sorry. That was a reflex. I'm sorry. It's like fucking pop up.
So, you guys begin after
Can I come
acquiring
back
all
to
of your
this?
new followers. Oh, by the way, Kieran, you had one follower from an earlier role that never actually got established. But,
Oh, the blacksmith?
There's a
Yeah.
smith. Yeah.
yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
But, your blacksmith is now very much here. And, you all see as this blacksmith approaches, he... Here, well, hold on. Let's just play this out. So, Kieran, as you are just tinkering away and maintaining the various things that you work on at the stronghold, you are one of your guards, basically, one of the people that lives in the area, sort of finds you out and about and says, sir, there's someone here who wants to meet you.
Someone? Out
Yeah,
here?
another dwarf lord who has said that he's come to
Dwarf?
meet. Yes.
Okay, well, bring me to him.
So, he takes you up to near the entrance to the keep itself, and you see there this long red-headed, big long red hair, big thick long red beard, standing there, and he walks up to you and he goes, "Well, you're just as well dressed as you looked before. Good to meet you again. I don't know if you remember me. I was not really we never got properly introduced.
Do I recognize him?
Make a history check."
Yeah, I'm good at those. 24.
24. Okay, yeah, you do remember this guy a little bit.
You know exactly.
So, this dwarf. Hold up. One second. He walks up to you and goes, sorry, he doesn't talk. You know who he is. He says, wow, I'm flustered. Hold on. Reset. You know that this was one of the dwarves who was on the team that actually helped rebuild Castle Rend. He was actually one of the, top guys who was fabricating metal components and metal workings for Castle Rend.
Do I remember his name?
No, you never actually met him.
Oh, okay. No. I don't know if there's a typical dwarf meeting gesture. I don't know, like forearm action or whatever it is.
So, you do that?
Yeah, whatever it is.
So, funny thing, there is sort of a typical, in Gatshaw, this typical bow that you do that's sort of a formal greeting. And as you do it, you see there's this moment where he, hesitates and is a little confused and then copies you. And he goes, I'm sorry, master. I am not from Gatshaw. I don't really know a lot of your practices and your greetings. Where I'm from in Nidavellir, we do things a little different.
Well, how do you do?
Well, it's a little more hearty, like this. And he gives you a big forearm handshake.
Well, that is very different, but it is much appreciated, just as much.
So, Dwbar, interesting point of fact. You've never met a dwarf from Nidavellir before.
No.
You know that the accent is different than what you're used to. The gestures are different. The way that he dresses, the way his hair is cut, everything seems very. This is a very foreign culture to you, despite the fact that he is a dwarf.
Well, I look forward to learning more about yourself. I've never met someone from Nidavellir.
Same. I've never met a dwarf from Gatshaw. We hear the stories of all the things that you guys do over there, but it's all hearsay. Anyway, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you because I'm a blacksmith, as you know. I helped put together a lot of what's in your castle now. Good bones on that one, by the way. Novesian in origin, I believe. They knew how to build back then. We knew half of what they did. Anyway, I'm not going to get into a technical tirade. Point being, I'm here. I like what you guys have going. I was in Gravesford when your battle happened. I heard what went down. I heard the story of Edmund and this foreign dickhead. I've got nothing better to do. I get the sense that this place is going to start picking up. I'm here to pledge my service as a blacksmith. Help you out in any way that I can.
Well, we do have big plans for this place. Still trying to
I
nail
get
down
that.
the details.
I get
We're
a
gonna-
sense of that.
We're probably going to do things a little different, so I don't know if you have to pledge your loyalty, but we would appreciate you and help you set up shop somewhere.
Well, that would be great. You are the lords of this land. It's the common courtesy. As far as I'm aware, I'm not too familiar with these surfacers either. Haven't been up here that long. Also, one last thing. I have one special service that I can offer you. Looks like you guys are a little bit flush with coin. Should you decide to part with it, I could make a little expedition back to Nidavellir, and I know a dwarf there who is an expert in something that might be very useful to you. And he pulls out his blacksmithing hammer and shows you one of the ends of it. And there's this strange runic symbol carved into the hammer. And you see that it is somewhat arcane in nature. He says,
He's a runesmith.
he says to you, Nidavellir is home to the origin and the best Dwarven runesmiths that there are. To my knowledge, we're the only Dwarven city that still remembers how to do the art. I can go back. I got a runesmith who's a friend, been looking for a reason to go somewhere else. Think this would be a great fit. Just need you to fund the expedition, and obviously need a little bit of coin to sway his opinion. So,
Well, how much do you need?
well, to get there and back, and have enough to pay for his return journey, or it won't be his return, but you know what I mean, and to sway him to actually want to come out here. I don't know, if you could part with maybe 600 gold, I can set off and I'll be back in no time. Well, it'll be a while, but
Well, I shall do that for my own personal funds because that sounds something I'd be interested in. I'm something of a scientist myself, and I would love to learn.
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds very interesting.
I am a is inventor a thing? I guess?
Sure, inventor is a word people would know.
Yeah, I say I'm something of an inventor
Alchemist.
myself. Alchemist. I dabble.
An inventor, so I
Oh,
guess
oh.
what they say about the Gatchans is true then. Got all kinds of clever shit over there.
I hope not everything they say is true.
Well, if it is true, then I probably already owe you money somehow.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that later.
I bet
Do
we
you
will.
want to? Would you like some financial assistance, or do you got it?
Well, with them... Oh, you're talking to him. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would very much like to learn some of the magic of Nidavellir. Well, learn how it works, pretty much.
Rune stuff.
Well then, I will, I guess before I get set up, I will go and get my brother and bring him back here.
Oh, your brother. I don't think he said that, did he?
Well,
Oh, you didn't.
I wanted to wait to know how things were going to pan out before I said that. But, yeah, he's my brother. I'm going to go get him.
Alright, well, have a safe journey.
Cool. It will be a pleasure working with you, I believe. Be well. And he sets off. So, by the way, I just want to point out to you that in the bare reality of what just happened, this dude met you, asked for 600 gold, you gave it to him, and then he left.
Yep, I'm a trusting fella.
Okay, just want to make sure you are aware.
Well, he didn't just meet him.
Fair.
He met him around the castle and stuff.
So, now with all of the follower stuff worked out, by the way, he would have told you at some point in the conversation his name was Vecker.
Becker.
Which is spelt, by the way, Vikkr.
If you hear a lady in there, her name is spelled Gaz-hyphen Gaz.
Gaz. I love it. So, now, we can
Do I
set
have a
off.
card? Do we have a card for him or something? In our...
You can put them in the notes.
Yeah, he's not a combat.
Can't
Right?
add to the note.
Castle Rin did go in those, okay. So he's not a... Is he a retainer?
He's an artisan.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can't change anything on it.
You just gotta unlock it. It should be public.
I can't. It
Oh.
says read only.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Now you should be able to.
Nope. Well, maybe I'll try reopening it.
I still can't.
Yeah.
That's mega weird. It's set to public.
Oh,
Oh, you have here Faranick of Gatshaw, Dwarven blacksmith. In brackets, Dwbar.
Yeah, I redid
Sorry.
that. My bad.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
This was far more interesting to me.
Yeah.
There we go. I fixed it.
Could you drop the seer in there as well?
Oh, yes. So that would be a retainer.
Mint.
Mm-hmm.
She's an NPC. You could just drop the card in the NPC thing.
Yeah, well, I still have to, like, write it into the note thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get you.
Oh, the stupid brackets are. There they go. And then special allies.
Young topaz. So we have a goddamn young topaz dragon and a topaz dragon.
No, they're both young.
Yeah.
Well, one's a goddamn young.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're both young.
I fixed it.
Motherfucking young topaz dragon. There you go.
And then
And a ghost.
yeah.
Can't believe you got a ghost.
So are we just supposed to say his name 3 times in a mirror or something? Or...
I don't know. I haven't figured out how I'm supposed to meet back up with the ants.
You just go talk to a tree. Look like a dumbass for a minute, and then maybe.
I can I speak with this?
Magic. That's how.
I mean, there is a spell called Speak with Plants.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, but the plant spoke to you first, so I don't think you need it.
Lane, in the note you wrote that the ghost belongs to Ghost.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
He's a free man. He can do what he wants.
He's a free elf.
Dobby is a free elf.
I'm a strong, independent black ghost, and I don't need no man.
Here we're streaming.
And you said to call it, we just need to say Beetlejuice into the mirror 3 times?
Oh, yes.
It's like that.
Mm-hmm. Just like
That's
that.
kind of scary.
All right. So, with all of this done, you all, after some deliberation from last game, decide to set off on a bit of a journey. A journey that will take you from your new home in Rend, in Cambria, deep into the heart of Varane, where you hope to find the entrance to the great Dwarven city of Gatshaw, which is Dwbar's home.
Yay.
Dwbar, you know the way pretty well, so this isn't a difficult thing for you to do. And the question is, do you guys want to go by land or by sea?
Hashtag fuck boats.
Fuck boats.
You remember what happened last time we got on a boat?
Yeah, but I mean, come on, man.
We just got all that shit back.
What's the worst that could happen?
And we get in contact with Sigawig.
It
Or
would
another-
take some time, but sure you could.
I mean, we got time right now, right? Kinda.
Kinda. So, what you guys could do, because it's sort of on your way anyway, you could just go to Barrel Harbor.
We're still owed a victory feast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do that.
There we go.
All right.
Does our fancy castle have horses we can...
Sure. You have cavalry. Yeah, you have horses. So
I was really hoping to roll for a special mount. That would have been awesome.
that would be really, really cool. So you guys get mounted up on your horses. I believe, Lubo, you have a special one, thanks to your spell.
I do, yeah. I do, yes.
And you make your way to Barrel Harbor. And as you go, you begin to pass through many forests, and you notice that now, with as much time that has passed, The forest rend has chilled out considerably. The giant insects are almost nowhere to be found. The creatures seem to have returned to what is a very stable pattern of hunting and eating, and while it is still a very wild landscape, it no longer seems to be possessed of any kind of arcane influence. So,
That's good.
all right. So, as you pass through, you eventually find yourselves in Barrel Arbor, where after just a little bit of searching, you do bump into Sigawig, who is in the town gathering supplies from a local, lumber mill and other things to help continue his process of getting the mine operational. And he sees you guys all enter. And by the way, you guys are a sight now. Like, these 4 mounted individuals clad in armor and regalia. You guys are not subtle at all. And in fact, a lot of the town recognizes you. And as you enter, people are coming up to you and just showering you with compliments about what you did to Saxton and kicking him out of their barony.
Yeah,
killing
some
him.
of these people are probably they were in the battle or
Yeah.
the support group for the battle.
Yeah, a lot of them you do recognize some faces that were definitely in the support group for the battle. Of course, you guys cannot come into Barrel Arbor and create this kind of a ruckus without people noticing you. And in fact, as Sigawig is approaching, you see him walking up with just this big grin on his face, and he's just about to get close enough to shout out hello when you see, shoving him almost completely over and pushing past, Torsten, my friends! And he walks up
Move
and
to the side a bit so
he walks up
barreled over.
and Jules he just beelines straight towards you, and you see him just grab you off of the horse in this big giant hug.
Hi.
My friends. And he kind of gives you a bit of like a noogie, and he just goes, "It is so good to see you. Alive and well and noble." And he gives you this big over dramatic bow that is just overtly theatrical.
Straighten yourself, Torsten.
And he's
I'm like full ragdog leg and is like
yeah. And he finally puts you down, Jules, and he he's just grinning at all of you, and Sigurd walks up and he goes, "Well, aren't you all a sight for sore eyes? Huh. Didn't think I'd see you again, if I'm being completely honest. Well, here you are. Conquering heroes. Well, not really conquering. Defending heroes.
Conquering.
We try our best.
I've heard the
no
stories.
faith.
Wish I could have come to the battle, but you leave this mine alone for half a second and, well, you've seen what happens. Good news.
Very true.
You're about to become the beneficiaries of a little percentage of mine. We've almost got it ready to go. In fact, we've already got some people in just that first initial room, seeing what they can dig out, although there's not much. You need to get a little bit deeper before things get interesting.
Have you uncovered anything like the room that we found the target?
Well, not really. It's, we're not, being honest, we're avoiding it just a little bit. But what we have done in there, it seems to be some kind of old, I don't know, religious chamber of some kind. I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff. It's old, it's, I don't know. Haven't really brought anyone in to have a look at it. If you know anyone, feel free to send them.
Expert.
Well, we can definitely make that a little stop on the way. You can assess your, the thing that you're getting a piece of.
Cool. 30%, right?
You're funny. I believe it was
30%.
5% to the group.
No, the deal was I would get 30% of any reward that we got. from this mission. Whoever the dude I made the deal with to get here.
Sildar.
Whatever, dude.
Sildar
Yeah.
offered you
Sildar.
30% of the loot.
Yeah.
A share is
This
not
counts as
loot.
loot. I think it is. I think a share is
I think that it is not. So
I'm going to make the argument that it is.
Let's not spit it in at his generosity.
we will discuss later.
Fine, I'll take my whatever.
So
Hey,
It's still going to be
maybe
a
after
charitable
we establish Rind a little bit more, we can provide more resources and become a more valuable partner.
now you see, he's thinking like a businessman. So, shall we? We can talk on the way.
We shall. Well, are we having our feast or no?
Oh, yes, of course. So, then I'll say, for the sake of brevity, your first night is spent in Barrel Arbor. There's a giant feast that is prepared. You see a lot of the people in the town, especially a lot of the people that were in the battle, are there and partaking in it. They are sparing no expense. They are so happy to have you guys here, happy for everything that you've done, and happy to have an excuse to throw a party like this. And how about we see everyone make a just roll a d20. Just roll a d20.
Mine's making us make constitution checks.
I rolled mine. It was like cocked and then it uncocked. Does that count?
That's fine.
7.
16.
14.
3.
Okay, so, wait, so hold on. Jules, what'd you get?
7.
All right. So the next morning, Jules and Lubo are quite hungover. You two are feeling pretty good about yourselves. Brandon Dwbar. Things were just great. Big feast, a little bit of a revelry, and it was great. Jules and Lubo are quite hungover.
Do we have to go? I don't.
Oh god, I have my history test.
Can I? You guys want to go? I'll just stay right here. I just stay here.
So, on your way to the mine of Barrel Arbor.
Wait a
you-
second, Jules, are you supposed to be drinking?
What? No. What? I wouldn't do that ever.
Who gave you the drinks?
There's a guy.
The guy,
I-
yeah.
He's. But this.
Jules,
tall.
make a history check.
I don't even raise an arm when I say this tall. 7 again.
You don't remember who it was. In
There's
fact, you don't
some-
remember anything.
He had.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. You guys can just go.
Breakfast.
Well.
No, you're
Oh.
coming with me.
Okay. I'll be right down.
so as you guys mount up to go, Dwbar, you have to, as you're riding your horse, hold on to the reins of Jules's horse as he is just passed out on top of it. And it's just sort of following along.
Okay.
Lubo, you're
I
not
need
having the
to-
best day, but you're there.
I am there. I am technically there and technically awake.
You're excited to be in a cave and not in the sun.
Yeah, that's always fun for him.
So, for once, for the first time in your life, you're not excited about being in the sun.
Yeah.
So,
I have to
Down
sidetrack
the
here
cave.
really fast, Lane.
mhm.
I was looking at the map, and I remember you, like, totally redid the map, basically, from, like, the way back when.
Yeah.
Did you model it on the Mediterranean?
No.
That wasn't a very convincing no.
Because you like Novisia is your Roman analog, right?
Yes.
And the map suddenly changed dramatically to look like the Mediterranean-ish.
Do you want to die this game?
I want an answer to this game.
Inspiration comes from many places, Kieran.
Mm. And the great Dwbar will figure it out.
But die trying.
I am just honestly blown away that it took you this long to notice.
Well, I just really looked at it, I guess. Besides not just seeing how far two things apart are.
So, if you want to see something funny, load it into Photoshop or something and hit the flip 90 or 180 degrees button and see what happens. So, anywho,
Don't worry about it.
don't worry about it. And it's really not a perfect 1-to-1, or else Varane, if it was 1-to-1, then Adrathis, which is modeled on France, would actually be Morocco. So it's not 1-to-1. So, you guys make it into your cave and you assess all the things and you make a return to the shrine that got the Dolahan on your scent and called on to you.
Is there another fragment now for me to pick up?
Nope. In fact, it seems utterly empty. Anyone who wants to may make either, if you're proficient with, a religion or a history check.
History.
I will do so.
I believe in you guys.
There's where I'm at too.
Oh, okay. Well, not. It rolled from a 20 to a 17.
Still not bad. So what's that a total for you?
17.
Oh, cool.
It would have been a 20.
Dwbar, what'd you get?
Whoa.
Okay. So with a 17, that's you. Did you roll religion or history?
That was his. Actually, I could have rolled either. Which one should I have rolled? I
It's
guess
up to you.
religion for me.
Okay.
Religion.
So the iconography is actually not super unfamiliar to you. Tode is attached to an old pantheon that is largely kind of lost. There are very few people that are actively part of it. Your people are one of the few groups that still are part of this pantheon.
Cool.
And it is the Nevik pantheon. This is not obviously any kind of a shrine to Tode. It would not be underground if it was. But it is familiar. The linguistics, you can pick up on a few words that are carved into the walls, the iconography. It is all very familiar to you.
Cool.
So, but you don't manage to find a name.
Okay. That's enough for now. I'm ready to collect my 30%.
So, he
We explored all the rest of it, right?
yeah, I'm gonna say that you guys went and explored the entirety of the place as you were going through.
Make sure we didn't leave anything behind.
Oh, well, so one interesting thing, as you guys go back into the room where there was a bit of like a water, like a spillway system, like an aqueduct, and that was carrying materials in and out, you see that it's in much worse condition than how you left it. And as you enter, you see Sigwig with his arms crossed, and he says, "By the way, there was something in here after you left, in this room. Did you guys see like a flying, green, burning skull at some point?"
Maybe, yeah. We killed it.
I think we saw him in a different part, right?
No, this is that room.
Oh.
with the coal and the.
Yeah,
Big machinery.
yeah.
And the zombies.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
And did you not kill it?
Killed
We
thing
killed the
above.
one we saw.
We did.
Well, I don't think
Did
you
we
killed
not?
it hard enough because it was definitely here after we had been back in for a couple of days. Just appeared. And, well. We survived. Barely. We had to go get Sildar and Torsten and a few others to come help us re-kill it. Sildar then did some Sildar-y religious holy night stuff. And he said it shouldn't come back. But just so that y'all know, whatever you did apparently wasn't enough.
Okay. Noted.
Just thought I'd let you know.
Appreciate it.
What didn't we do?
Sprinkle holy water, I guess.
It burst into flames, and then there were no more flames. So
We fought those things before, but we didn't ever stick around where we fought them before.
So they came back the first time as well.
No, we didn't know.
Uh-oh.
We never went back to where we killed them before. So, if we ever go back to Barovia, I guess no.
Yeah, if you ever go back to the Amber Temple again,
Which we're not. I'm not taking these two with us there.
So, anyway,
Besides, last time we skipped out on that, we got to fight an angel.
so after assessing your cave, your mine, I should say, Sigwig says, one other thing, we had another small accident. We had one mine. I got pretty rattled by this one. Wasn't your fault. Wasn't anything like that. No magical stuff. But he took a nice solid swing into a vein in here, and there was a. Now, I've got a good memory. I remember what it smells like, Dwbar, when you and do your thing with your whatevers. I think whatever makes that happen is here.
Oh. Can you show me the place?
Yeah, of course, follow me. And he takes you into one of the just like ruined, like hallway catacombs. And you see where where there was once kind of like a pillar that made up part of a wall within this mine, like a support wall. There's now just this big hole, this chunk taken out of it. And go ahead and make an alchemy check.
What would that be?
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Okay. Oh, 16.
This is a vein of black powder.
oh,
Okay.
It is in its raw, unrefined form, but if you find someone other than yourself that you trust with teaching how to do this process, you could have a supply of it running to Castle Rind if you want to set that up.
let me use the restroom. 2 seconds. Keep going.
Okay.
Who could I trust with that?
I mean, obviously
Take it
the
away.
raw materials could just be taken to Rend, but you'd have to teach people how to safely extract it at least. And then you'd have to spend time at Rend refining it yourself, whereas if you just taught someone how to do that, you know, that's one less step for you. You could just show up with refined black powder ready to go. The benefit for that being that I would allow you to get an amount of free black powder every single time you took an extended rest, or an amount of free ammunition.
Well, I don't have time on this trip to reveal my secrets, but definitely need to instruct everyone here that's going to be working here, or at least a few supervisors of what the stuff's capable of.
Okay, if you want to just relay that to Sigawig, he can
That's what I
sort
was
of...
trying to do.
Yeah. So, you tell Sigawig what you know, and sort of the dangers of it, how to avoid it, how to safely extract it. And it's a very quick lesson, obviously. But he gets it. And he's able to take that information and hopefully relay it. So, now, with this whole thing ending, you leave the cave, eventually saying your goodbyes to Sigawig, and your goodbyes to Torsten and Sildar and everyone, and continue on your adventure. Over land, passing, Oh no, wait, you guys came to meet Sigawig to try and secure sea travel, didn't you?
Yeah. Was our intention.
So,
Oh,
I thought
Sigawig...
we were traveling by land.
Well, I wanted to, but I don't know. We were gonna ask a week. See what he says. Nothing else.
Alright, so...
I must have misheard. I thought we were traveling by land.
I didn't.
Lubo would prefer to travel by land.
What did Dwbar and Jules think of this?
I just got back from the
prefer to
restrooms.
go by land.
What'd you say, Jules?
We want to get. We're debating whether we can go to Gatshaw by land or sea.
Why? So how do we go by land?
So you'd have to go up
Back.
up and around into it's the much longer way, but it's cheaper and ostensibly safer given who you guys are.
And the sea costs more, I guess, per cost
Yeah.
money. Right?
Yeah.
How much? What's the word?
With
How
Sigurd,
much sooner will we get there?
considerably. You would probably shave, over a week off of your travel time.
Okay.
Do we have a reason not to go on ship?
I like wearing armor.
Can we not bring armor on ship?
Well, I wouldn't wear it while walking around on a ship. Because if I fall off the ship, then I will drown.
Oh. Interesting.
Actually, no, I will not. Yeah, let's go on the ship. I forgot about the thing I got.
Learn how to swim.
Yes, I literally got a ring that teaches me how to swim.
Yeah?
Also, how much is? Do we know how much the ship is?
So you can get passage with Sigawig for 30 gold per person.
Total?
let's just-
Like,
per person.
I mean, like, it's not like per day thing.
No, that's your whole journey.
Let's just do that. Well, okay, is that there or back? There or
That's
there?
there.
Well, let's just do that. Let's get there.
I'm down.
Okay.
Don't like ship, but I'm down.
So, well then in that case, Sigawig organizes you to go on his ship. He is not the one captaining it, but he sends you with someone that works for him. And go ahead and mark 30 gold off of each of you. And you are shipped from Ellsbury Port, which you guys is where you landed originally when you arrived from your sea adventure.
Someone lend me
3
3 gold.
Don't have any money.
I got you.
I have 27 gold on me.
Oh, God.
Eventually sailing through Rialto Bay into a small little port town in Varane, avoiding the capital and all the mess of that. As you move across Varane, you are treated to a very different landscape and culture than what you're used to. This is how would I put it? An ostensibly much more artistic community, and much more extravagant. And people talk with this very, what? God, oh man, I cannot remember. Aunt Mandy Patinkin in Princess Bride. This is killing me. Inigo. Everyone sounds like Inigo Montoya.
Okay.
Lubo, you still there?
I'm eating corn. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. I
It
was just
wouldn't look good or sound good.
fair. No, that's fair. I just wanted to make sure you were still there.
Very much so. I was also yelling at Inigo Montoya.
Okay, awesome. So, in the real world equivalent, this is a very Spanish accent. You see, there is more tan to the quality of people around here. And something you do notice as you all pass through, it seems like as much of the farmable land as is possible is dedicated to the growing and cultivation of grapes for wine. You have entered wine country.
Oh. He who makes a cork out of himself.
So, after traveling for days
Backcountry.
across the open country, nice, off the open countryside of Varane, you come to the base of the Fortuna Mountains. And Dwbar, you are feeling uncomfortably close to home at this point.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you're gonna got some more lead up to this, but I need to do stuff before we get to the gate.
That's fine. Now would be the time. What do you want to do?
Okay. So a few things. I want to put all my firearms into the bag of holding and my signet ring.
Okay.
So that's done. I also... I don't
Who
know
is
what
going
clothes
to
I'm
carry
wearing.
the bag of holding?
Me. 'Cause it was mine from way back in the day.
Okay. So,
Oh,
what else
okay,
are you doing,
so
Dwbar?
I still need to compose the list of stuff that's in it, but for the time being.
I also... I'm assuming my clothes are fancier. I would
Yeah.
like to have a change of clothes, so I'm not singled out.
Wouldn't be
in
hard to
Gatshaw.
do in one of the port towns or the small towns that you pass through to find someone who could sell you less ostentatious clothing.
Okay, I will do that.
Sure, I have like a few sets that are human size, but
I can't do it. So I will put... Then I'll put my, fancy clothes in the bag of holding as well.
Conveniently enough, you do notice that finding clothes sized for a dwarf in this area is actually not that difficult.
Yeah.
mark down whatever you're putting in the bag of holding for yourself,
Alright.
please.
Go ahead and mark off 1 gold for your clothing, by the way.
Make me a restuff for 1 fucking gold. What is this?
Are we gonna send a letter with Athena before we try to enter in?
Yeah, so we never really talked about how this is gonna go down.
Yeah, well, now's the time.
I don't know, should we set up camp for a night somewhere and then spend that discussing a plan?
What's this right now? Any time during your travels before now?
I
We
guess-
probably could have discussed it on the boat.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the plan is to get my brother from our estate and bring him back to Castle Rind, or
No, we
there's
have
the
to find an
Underdark?
entrance to the Underdark.
Well, we need to somehow pull him out. We're going to try to have him meet you in secret to convince him to take us on the tour.
Yeah, basically, we weren't gonna just like abduct him. We were gonna be like, "Hey, you want to go to the Underdark with
And
us?"
then if he says no, then
You
Okay.
can give us just information to start, basically. Also, we probably should have stocked up on like healing potions and that kind of stuff. Would Penna have had anything like that for us? Or is it
Um,
too late? Or
that's something you guys really would have had to have thought of before you left.
oh, what about somewhere between here and there?
You could have probably. I don't know. Potion making is a pretty high end thing, and you guys sort of didn't go through any major population centers. Your best place, honestly, to buy potions would probably be in Gatshaw at this point.
Okay. I mean, we can look and get you. One of us, some of us, we're not there yet, but that is
So
something we will make a for.
is the plan to sneak into the estate and talk to him, or
I think we try and get him out first.
how we do that without getting in?
Athena?
I mean, could one of us just in? One of us who, wouldn't have a sneaky reason to be there?
didn't we discuss disguise of sorts? Maybe.
Yeah, disguise for me.
Also
So-
possible.
Maybe we get in there, I get us near the estate, and then we send Athena with a message.
Yeah, that's what I thought our acting plan was.
Okay.
Now,
Uh,
is the message saying that it's coming from you?
Yes. Well, I'll figure out the details of the message in there, and I will.
Well,
We are saying it's you, though.
Yeah. And I will need your expertise in disguisation, whatever that is.
This guy's kid.
Disguise kit.
Or don't you have a maps thing too?
I have so I can disguise him, right? And then I can use actor. So I have a disguise kit which I can, use for you, and then I'll use actor myself, which I can just mimic speech of another person. And
Did they know you?
Yeah, I don't think you need to disguise yourself unless you just want to.
I mean, I'm also a 16-year-old child, so.
Yeah. Alright, well, you guys get to disguising me.
So I will use my disguise kit on Dwbar.
Okay, go ahead.
Any preferences that you want?
Blonde hair,
Wanna
blue
look
eyes.
like? Let me see 1 second. One thing. So I'm curious about one thing. I want to Google it before I miss it. Okay, so I can change, yeah, cosmetics, hair dye, and a small prop. So I'll give you some like blonde hair.
Wait, before I commit to that, Lane, is that a thing dwarves do, or
What?
blonde hair? Am I gonna stick out?
I mean,
I
it's
can make
less
you an old
common
man.
in Gatshaw, but it's not unheard of.
Give you some like salt and pepper hair.
Yeah, just
Make you look older. Give you a cane.
I don't want a cane. No cane. But yes,
Okay,
salt and
okay.
pepper. Can you change my
Salt and
nose?
pepper
too?
hair, like a little goatee, like a big fat nose.
Mind you, this is not a magical disguise. So that goatee
No, this
will
is
be
like
there for a
paper
while.
mache and like.
If you ever
Maybe
need to
not.
disguise yourself, you really just need a baseball cap and some sunglasses.
And I believe. Do you want me to roll to see how good it is, or do you want me to give him a roll, or how do you want to do it?
Oh, you are. Well, hold on. Let's see. This is an ability you're doing from.
I'm proficient with it.
You're proficient with disguise kits. Okay. Make a
Uh,
stealth check with proficiency.
Stealth check.
Are you proficient in stealth?
Yes.
Roll stealth check with advantage.
That's a 19 plus 7.
Go ahead and see if you crit.
So 26. And a 10. So 26.
26. So it takes you a good minute, but you manage to trim up Dwbar's beard, throw some dye in, kind of mess with just a little bit of the like a little bit of makeup, not like, nothing crazy, just to sort of change the way the light cast on his face to make him look different. Change of clothes, and suddenly you look like a whole very different dwarf.
Masterpiece.
So here's what I'll say, because
so
I
good.
think you guys would be able to assess this. Dwbar, anyone who hasn't known you your whole life will probably not recognize you. But direct family, it would be tough.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm not planning on seeing him face to face.
right,
I can help it.
right. This is not a magical disguise, so Dwbar is still Dwbar. But yeah. But it is a very good disguise.
I just thought of
I'm
this.
so good.
Are there actually sunglasses in this world?
No,
There's
not yet.
glasses.
Yeah, but
That's something else to
tinting
do.
is a later invention. So,
Okay, well, let's follow the yellow brick road, I guess.
okay. So, as you approach...
I'm like staring at Dwbar, like slightly obsessed over my work. Like, I'm so good. Shit.
So, as you approach the base of the Fortuna Mountains, you see a stairway leading up into the foothills. You follow it for a time, eventually reaching an open plateau. Carved out from the mountain wall is a beautiful relief of a dwarf wielding a hammer above his head. At the base of the relief is a large stone and iron door that seems largely indestructible. In front of this entrance, you see a small garrison of dwarves guarding it, and a large gathering of merchants waiting to gain entrance into the city. And amongst them are multiple carts and merchant tents that are set up everywhere. You see that this looks in and of itself like a small place where business is done, just in front of the city. What do you do?
We need healing potions.
Yeah, we can look for him.
So, you begin to look around for anyone selling potions, and after a time you do see that there is a Varani merchant who has a little kiosk set up. And he says, you hear him kind of just like echoing out his voice. Come here to get your wares that you need for any voyage down into the Dwarven city. I have the guest potion to make it easier for you to see in those dark lit under caverns. I have potions that
Eat
will
some of
restore
those.
vitality. Anything that you could need, my friends. Come one, come all.
Did we make any guess fungus potions?
Did one? I think one of you did. Yeah, one of you did set Pinna on to making that. So yeah, because you did that before, I do remember someone doing that.
I believe I have the Dullahan tracking potion. One of you guys did do the yeah.
So I'll say,
don't.
I think you guys
know
came.
that we did ask to make more of those
Yeah.
potions.
That was one of the big stipulations and
Yeah.
conversation about
So-
me not having dark vision.
Pinna made you 2 potions of Night Eye, which gives you dark vision out to 60 feet, and they last an hour. Or no, sorry, not an hour, 8 hours.
Let's get more.
Yeah.
Yep, let's do it.
So, as you approach, he says, "Ah, my friends, you have chosen the best place to get anything that you need. May the Saint Fortuna smile upon you."
Do you mind if I inspect your wares?
Of course, that is what I'm here for.
I would like to make some sort of check to see how good they are.
Make an alchemy check.
Alchemy checker. So
Yeah.
Wait, did we say this is a shop or just like a kiosk?
It's a shop. A little, it's a ramshackle shop. So it's like a Ren Fair shop.
Okay.
16.
16. They look good. They don't look like a scam.
Okay, that's all I want.
So, all right then. So then, you guys approach and he goes, "What are you looking for? I have potions that will help you see in the dark. I have potions that will restore some vitality. I have potions that, I don't know, put off some pain should you encounter any. I have potions that could, mostly potions of night vision. It's what people want to be able to do, is see in the dark."
Well, sounds like you're a man of two talents for the most part.
I know an opportunity when I see it.
Can I insight check to see if he's like, it's like slightly
Car
car salesmaning
us,
us, like bullshitting us?
Make an insight check, sure.
Not 20.
Right then.
Here's what you know about this guy. He saw an opportunity and jumped on it. You get the sense that he is absolutely here to make money, but given the circumstances, he doesn't really have to be that scummy to do it. People need to see when they go into this place. And he's got access to the potions.
How many
he
do
is
you
upselling you a little bit, though.
How many guest potion fungus and healing potions does he have?
So, my
And how
friend,
much are they?
So for potions that restore your vitality, I have very limited stock. They are hard to come by, very expensive. But you look like men of discerning taste. I'm sure that you can afford it. For a regular potion to restore your vitality, we'll call it 100 gold. If you want an improved one of my special stock, let's say 350.
And guest fungus?
So, the
Potions?
Night Eye, the potion of Night Eye, made from the Dwarven Gast fungus, that is a much more affordable commodity for 8 hours of being able to see in the darkness. Let's say 40 gold.
It's turning into an expensive endeavor.
Well, it is what it is. This stuff is hard to come by.
Is it hard to come? You are?
Is it hard to come by?
Make a history check with advantage.
Okay, I hope I do better than that. I did 18.
18? Dude, if you go into the city, it's at least half that price.
I say,
Right then.
well, I've heard rumors that in the city it's a third of that price.
A third, huh? Well, you're welcome to go in and find out, but it's very difficult. You have to come all the way back up the stairs to come see me if you find out that you're wrong.
Okay.
Can't be much worse, right?
See ya.
Okay, hold on. Let's be gentlemen about this. 30 gold. Just for you, my friends.
What was the starting price?
40.
50 or 40?
30. See, my math's a little fuzzy. That still seems pretty high.
Make a persuasion check.
We're also buying in bulk. I'll have you know. Persuasion. So 19, 20 total.
25 apiece.
20, take it or leave it.
Fine. Wholesale price for you. 20 gold. How many do you want?
Now, how many do you
How many
want?
do you have?
Well, in my
100?
possession currently.
20?
He kind of sits back. So you're
I'm
people of
just keeping
means
track.
then. Well, why didn't you say so? I'd have given you at a bulk price. I have in my possession currently 14.
Well, you're the one
Well.
who needs it, so.
Yeah, I have 210 gold, so how far that'll take me.
Do you
So
need
that's
some
like
jewels?
10.
I guess, wait, who all needs one? Everyone but me?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, wait,
Then
Jules. No,
some-
Jules doesn't. Jules doesn't.
No,
Oh,
I don't need any dark vision. Yeah.
Wait, Lubo?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. Alright, well.
No, sorry, I
Sounds
do
like-
need a potion. I do need a potion.
You're gonna need more than one probably. So we'll just half it. I'll buy 7.
But I also just have a torch.
Yeah, but
My,
I don't know if,
I mean, my sword. My sword is just on fire.
I don't know if you want to be a beacon of light in the Underdark.
That's true. Yeah, that's probably
you're gonna get 7. 140 gold. I'll get the other 7.
Okie doke. Potion of night vision.
Yeah, potion of night eye. You have dark vision out to 60
Night eye.
feet for 8 hours per potion.
And I have 7 of them. Cool.
Hope we can get it done in time.
I'm down to 70 gold on hand.
All right then. So that will. Yeah. So with that, he says. So, you have taken all of my stock of night eye potion. So unless you want some potion of vitality, I will be closing up shop now.
No.
I mean, I'll take one if you're offering it as a, it's a taste.
No, it will be 100 gold for a potion of vitality. I apologize.
Can I intimidate him into changing his mind?
What do you do to intimidate him?
I just stand slightly closer and just say, it would be nice of you to, you said we were friends.
Make an intimidation check.
Is that intimidation or
24.
persuasion?
No, I'm intimidating. This is a 24.
So, the 24. Hold on. So, he looks at you. He looks over at the garrison of Dwarven guards, and he looks back at you and he goes, "I do not want trouble today. So, 70 gold. Eh?"
I just laugh at him. I already have one. I cup him on the shoulder. It's like, ha ha ha, you're fine.
Well, it's the best
A
I
little
can
too
do.
hard,
I'm
though.
sorry.
A little too hard. But, yeah.
It's the best I can do. I'm sorry that it is not of your taste. I guess with that, I am now officially closed. And he puts a sign on the table that says closed. And he says, "It was a pleasure to meet all of you. Goodbye." And you see the curtains come down in front of him, of the stall that he is at. And you seem to be possessed of now 14 potions of Night Eye.
Cool.
I don't need any, so
Yeah, I took 7. Lubo takes the other 7.
Okay, so you guys, do you want to investigate more of what's going on here, or do you want to try and move through the gate into Gatshaw?
Is anything
What's
out
going
here?
on?
Anyone selling magical?
No, magical? No, you don't really see anything overtly magical. This potion shop would have been the most.
Okay, never mind.
What's in all the guards?
You don't know.
You want to fight the guards?
No.
Like, fine, we'll fight the guards. Lubo.
We leave Lubo fighting all the guards.
So what are you guys doing?
Was the group of guards he was referring to, is that they just standing around chilling? Or are they investigating
They are
something?
guarding the entrance to the city.
hey, speaking of, what time is it ish?
At this point, it's getting close to dusk. I would say around 6 p.m.
Should we send Athena out soon or get closer?
No, I think we should get as close as we can.
Yeah, so we can
So we
tell them where
have-
to go.
Meet us at dusk.
Okay.
Let-
So,
Uh,
then where are
We
you going?
will proceed to the gate.
Okay.
Through the gate, ideally.
So, as you approach the gate, you kind of see there's a bit of a line. You manage to squeeze into it, and after a time, you approach the guards who are at the front, and the guard captain who is there letting people in, he's holding this large ledger, right? Like this large, multiple pages of paper and a pen, and he goes, "All right. As of right now, we're tracking the name and, we'll call it a reason for being in the city." So he looks up at you and he goes, "Sir Dwarf." He gives you a bit of an odd look and he says, "What's your name? What's your reason for coming to Gatshaw?"
Oh, well, the name's Brad Draglaw.
Brad Drek.
Oh, yeah.
That's a strange name. Must be Zadiri. What's your reason for being here?
Well, you see, my friends and I here haven't had the good fortune to travel to many great dwarven cities, and, well, we want to spend some money here.
Okay, here for touring and to spend money. Fine. Since this is a non-critical task, I am required right now to warn you, this is not the best time to come into the city of Gatshaw. We are undergoing some amount of civic turmoil, so do proceed into any parts of the city, especially the market district, at your own risk.
What
But-
did you say?
Yes.
Do you care to elaborate, or are you just gonna...
No, I really don't.
How many are here right now?
Honestly, if you were not a merchant or not a dwarf, you would not be getting into the city right now, but because you are in fact a dwarf, and there is a chance that you are from here, I can let you in. Along with your retinue.
Okay.
How many are there at the gate?
A large line. Oh, are you talking of dwarven guards?
Yeah, the guards. How
Oh,
many guards are there?
like 40.
Oh.
Very well. We'll be on our way. Good Sir Dwarf.
Okay, next he goes to you. Young child, what's your name?
Jules.
Jules. Last name, if any.
Jules.
No last name. You, tall armored one. Don't see a lot of tieflings. What are you doing? Well, obviously you're with that retinue. What's your name? Sir Knight? Dan, you still there? Oh, Dan's frozen.
Oh no.
I thought it was just Wubo. I'm not gonna acknowledge this man.
Wait, honestly.
No, he's frozen in a hilarious screenshot, actually.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, hey, wait. I hear him.
he returns. He returns.
Can you not hear me?
Yay,
My video,
it's
my
moving.
connection bar is down at like one red bar.
No, we couldn't hear you. You were frozen for a while.
Oh shit! God damn it! Yeah, the connection thing is all red and tiny.
Okay.
Yes, I apologize. What happened?
Hold on one second. I'm going to go ahead and try to change the server region for this so that maybe that helps you out. Add a channel. They've changed how to do this. Hold on. We'll go with US Central. Okay. Whoa.
Hello.
Oh, we can hear you now. Oh, wow, that looks a lot better.
Oh.
All right, so the guard looked up at you and he said, "Oh, sir, in armor, tiefling. We don't see a lot of you. What's your name?"
I am Count Lubo.
Oh, Count Lubo. Okay, then.
Okay.
And
No aliases being used today.
he writes your name down and he goes,
I'm a
All right.
fucking giant tiefling warrior. I don't. They're not.
Well, we don't
looking
have
for
to make
me.
it that easy.
so, and then he looks at you and he goes, "All right, human, what's your name?"
Bran,
Bran. Surname?
none.
Okay, just Bran. Human. All right. Well, you recorded. You are with the company of a dwarf, so I am permitted to let you in. Do be careful. Try to enjoy your stay. And the door opens just a little bit to let you guys in.
Oh,
Oh,
scurrying.
no pseudonyms from you either, eh?
I mean, nobody else did except Dwbar. So,
All right. So, you all go through the Great Dwarven Gate. And you wind down steep stairs and hallways for what seems like a very long time. Finally, you enter the city, and three of you are awestruck by the sight. A massive underground cavern with buildings carved out of every available rock face, complex systems of stairs and bridges that interconnect the various carved structures in a web of architectural mastery. Where buildings cannot be carved, they have been built from the abundant stone resources found here. Protruding from the walls are two large spillways, bringing water down from the surface. The water passes through even more complex aqueducts and pipes into many of the visible buildings down here. Dwbar, your eyes turn to the far southwestern side of the city, which must be a mile and a half from where you stand. And whereupon you see a large plateau that stands, the noble house Gardal, exactly as you remember it.
welcome home.
Yeah, well,
Or next to Dwbar.
probably won't be very welcome. Keep your eyes up. We're headed over there. And I'll point towards it.
Mm-hmm. So you all see that this is a sprawl. This is a metropolis, and unlike a lot of the cities you've been to, there's no space between anything. Things are built on top of other things. There are very few sections of the city that just seem empty. It is dense. You get the sense that there is as much stuff, as many buildings down here as in any of the big giant surface metropoles that you've ever seen, but crammed into this much smaller cavernous area and built up onto the walls.
For the record, Lubo hates this place.
So
Aren't you one of the big proponents of coming to the Underdark?
Hmm?
Or didn't you want to pursue the Underdark path?
Yes,
Was it?
but
I got bad news for you.
well, no,
Take
but
this
the
bad.
Underdark isn't this many people crammed into one space.
so
This is just claustrophobic.
I thought it was the lack of sunlight.
That too, that definitely adds to it. But this is a very tight feeling place.
So on top of that, you see that there are many throughout the cavern. It's not just a big open. There are columns that stretch from the top to the bottom of the cavern, and even those have buildings and structures carved up through and in them. So, I mean, this is like standing in the downtown part of any major modern city because it's very vertical, unlike anywhere else you've ever been, where verticality is not really a thing to any great extent.
Jules finally feels that size.
So,
Slightly.
and you begin to descend down the steps of the grand entryway down into the streets of Gatshaw, one of the great dwarven cities. And for the first time ever, for most of you, you are, especially you, Bran, you do not make up the majority down here. You have never seen so many dwarves before. It is 85% to 90% dwarf of everyone that you see.
Yay. My people.
And the other percentage, the other largest percentage, is by far human, and they all appear to be mostly merchants.
I want to be like slightly like next to Dwbar, just like under my breath, being like, "Do you know him? Do you know him? Do you know him?
No,
Do you know her?
no,
Do you know him?
no,
You don't? Do you know him?
no.
You
As
definitely
soon
know-
as, as soon as I see a human, I want to say that to you. Do you know him?
Yes.
Oh, really? What's his name?
Dwbar. Like,
No.
like slap my mouth across my.
Maybe.
So, you guys are here in Gatshaw. You have sort of an objective too, but you are also free to pursue your own tasks. Is there anything you guys want to check out or look at?
First thing we want to do is your brother, right? We'll see what we can do
Wow.
with that.
I mean, once we do that, stuff's gonna start happening really fast, so...
Magical weapons and
Wow.
armor and items. Magic stuff. Always look for magic stuff.
Alright, we're looking for magic. Do I know where to find magic stuff?
Magic shop.
Dwbar, you know that if there's anything for sale, there is the Market District. And in fact, under the very, 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 very strict urban planning policies of the city of Gatshaw, you are basically not allowed to sell anything outside of the Market District.
Or not to go to the market district.
Alright, let's head to the markets.
So, as you enter, you see it's. I mean, this is the most chaotic place you've been to so far. Passing through the streets of the Market District, people are just elbow to elbow. You see merchants everywhere you look. Second story of a building, third story of a building. They're all different shops. People are above you on, on bridges, up stairways, on balconies. There are wooden palisades that are market bazaars everywhere. And mind you, this area and a lot of where you've been so far is actually pretty well lit with a combination of torches and what looks to be some kind of glowing stones and gems that are around in the area. But it is not as bright as you're used to. There's no sunlight. There's no major source of light. So everything looks like a darkly lit road to you.
I've never been around this many people without wanting to kill half of them.
You keeping your head on straight there, Lubo?
Yep, I'm good. Taking a walk.
Okay.
So, you guys are surrounded by many, many shops, all selling different things, everywhere from raw materials to food to survival gear, anything that you could think of. As far as magical accoutrement and things of that nature, you do see that there is one shop, and it seems to be way up on like a fourth floor of there's one of those. Remember I told you about one of the columns that comes from floor to ceiling. One comes straight down into the middle of the market district, and up that column about 4 flights you see and Dwbar, you also remember there is a sort of oddments shop where the purveyor collects trinkets and strange things and then resells them.
You say an Ottoman shop? Like
Yeah,
the
Ottomans.
furniture Ottoman?
No, not Ottoman. Oddments. Oddments is an old word for like strange stuff. You sell
I think like
odds
the
and ends.
furniture like an Ottoman. I was
No.
like, oh,
You don't want slaves, man.
very
So-
interesting shop.
So is
You mean
that
an
where
ottoman the person, or an ottoman like the footrest?
oddments?
Get there eventually.
Oh, Lubo's frozen again. Oh, he's
Frozen
back.
again?
He's back. Nope, you're back now. Cool. So is that where you guys want to go?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you make it up all the different stairs. You guys are not used to going through these many stairs. Well, Dwbar, obviously you are, but and you also find the stairs pretty tedious because they're dwarf-sized. So lots of little steps. And you finally get to the top, and you see inside there's an old dwarf sitting in a big stone cushioned chair, and he's just half asleep with like a big ratty gray beard.
You say a stone cushion chair?
So a stone chair that's cushioned.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I knew someone was going to say something about that.
Stone cushions just seems like a cool fantasy thing, though, somehow.
But it's like, is that a dwarf thing?
So, no, it's a stone chair that just has like cotton cushions and pillows about it. And you see this dwarf that's just sitting there like pretty much completely asleep.
Hello?
Do we notice anything magical in the area?
Well, someone just called out to him, so he does wake up. He goes,
Oh, all right then.
hello? Sorry, I am, Master Tedric, of Tedric's Ottomans. Welcome to my store, and, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. What
Likewise.
can I help you with today? We have many things, strange things, artifacts, many ancient relics. Much of my stock is collected from the Valoran itself, and brought back to be sold here.
Show us some of your favorite wares.
Well, I have many things.
Interesting things.
Interesting things. So, I have an ancient dwarvish hammer from
Okay.
God knows when. It was pulled out of a Valoran expedition a number of years ago. I've yet to uncover any secrets from the hammer, but he goes and he gets it. Whoa. What was that?
I don't know.
I just heard music blasting in from someone's microphone.
Alright.
What in the actual...
Dear Lord.
Are you guys hearing that?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
coming from
Yeah,
the...
there's your sound bar that literally just went full max volume to like radio
Wait,
67.
my soundbar?
Yes,
your
it's...
sound bar.
What is going on?
That's very strange.
I'm going to...
The remote is literally right here in between us, just no one's touching it.
Yeah, and it's...
And it is like
Is it
Turning
connecting
on.
to our loud neighbors?
Probably.
Probably.
Oh, God.
Is it like not
Should be.
password protected? Or pin protected or something?
I don't know. It should be.
I don't
It's
know.
connected to our
It
TV.
just
Anyway,
started.
well,
That
we'll
scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
we'll keep playing and just see if it does it again.
Did you turn it off?
Yeah, I just kept turning it on.
No. Okay.
So
Alright then.
Anyway,
Magic hammer.
That was so weird.
yeah, so
It was weird for me and Stefo too. We were like, what the fuck?
so he pulls out a strange old dwarvish hammer, and he hands it over the table. And he says, "It's quite heavy," and you see his arms kind of shaking. This guy's old, and he sets it on the table. I don't know the provenance of the weapon, nor do I know its uses other than as a warhammer of some kind. If it is arcane in nature, that is also beyond me. But I will sell it to you at the price of most of my historical artifacts for 500 gold pieces.
Well, before we spend all our gold on the first thing we see, what other wonderful things do you have to offer?
Well, I have an amount of Valorn Brightstone, which I'm sure you've seen adorning the city. The trade of which, mind you, is strictly controlled by one of the great noble families. However, I have a deal with the family. They occasionally provide me a shipment of leftover amounts, and I am able to resell it to you. Though, again, the price is quite steep given the nature of the item.
What? Anything else? Any kind of armor or anything?
Armor, I have parts of an old dwarven set of armor. It is not a complete set. I have a helmet of the ancient dwarven civilization, Valorn helmet. I have... Ooh, maybe you would be interested in a trinket. And he pulls something out, and it is again of ancient dwarvish make. But it seems to be inlaid with some kind of runes, symbols. And he says, "This is very, very interesting. This is a ancient dwarven box of secrets. You may find it quite useful. So allow me to demonstrate." And he opens up the box, and it is empty. And he pulls one of his glowstones, and he puts it into the box, and he closes it. And he says an old dwarven word. Dwbar, you do recognize it, and it is the dwarven word for vanish.
Oh.
And he opens it up, and the glowstone is gone.
The magic trick is no good unless you can bring it back.
But I'm sitting here thinking,
Yes. So, here's the
Quite
great
impressive,
thing
huh?
about this little box. And he goes and he reaches under his desk and gets another identical box and opens it. And the stone is inside.
you do it again. Now that we can see both of them.
Okay. And he closes both boxes and he says the word again, opens them up, and it's in the other one.
Okay.
It is limited to objects that will fit inside of the box.
How far apart can they be?
I have tested it from one end of the city to the other, but that is the limit of what I can reasonably test.
It's a box.
Yes, it's a 1 foot by 1 foot cube.
you asking for this little novelty?
For this trinket, given that it is arcane in nature, which, as you surely know, is exceedingly rare. But the Valoran provides many things. This was found in an expedition by one of the guilds, actually. And they sold it to me for the price of 400 gold pieces. A reasonable profit for me would be 650 gold. Allowing me to profit a good amount.
For the set? Or for
Yes,
an individual
well, for
one?
the pair, of course. I'm not just going to
Okay.
sell you.
I'm just making sure.
650 for the Verloren boxes that allow the transportation of 1 foot by 1 foot materials, and I have also tested this. It does not transport organic material. Nothing that is living. We tried to put a small rabbit in there. Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Nothing happened. It just was still in the box.
Alive?
Oh, yes, it was alive. One thing of note, it will transport liquids. It seems to only reject matter that is living or was living.
So, a leather satchel wouldn't work? Or.
A leather satchel would work.
Okay. Don't try and put anything that's alive. I don't know. This could be very useful.
It could be, but that would almost eat up all the rest of my gold. And
Yeah, I mean, have the. Well, actually, have a lot in the bag of holding, I guess. 7,000 I forgot about. So, I'll buy him.
I literally have 0, so
I'll buy him.
You'll buy it? Okay. He says, "What a great purchase that you have made, sir." And he pushes them
Before-
towards.
Or I hand him over the gold. What do you have any other interesting items that maybe we could strike a discount deal? You know, you sell 2 items today. I'm sure that would be great for your business.
Well, it would. I don't actually have a great turnover rate on items, but they are all quite expensive, as you've noticed. So I do fine.
Exactly. So, but we're giving you an opportunity for even more profit right here. Groups such as ourselves don't pass through every day.
Let's think. What do I have that you might be interested in? Well, I have a great many things. So help me to help you. What are the kinds of things that you tend to do?
We're adventurers of sorts.
Adventurers, okay. That is helpful. Do you have a destination in mind?
The top.
Wait, before we say anything, how do adventurers come seeking the Underdark all the time?
You don't know.
Or would Dwbar know?
Dwbar, make a history
Gatshaw-
check. With advantage. You're a dwarf.
Islam's-
15.
So, Dwbar, you know that expeditions into the Underdark, or as you know at the Verloren, happen. They are very dangerous, typically attempted by groups of individuals. However, the thing you know that is sort of the stickler is that the Great Gate, as it's called, that opens into the Verloren, is kept shut. And to get access, you have to get your expedition sanctioned by one of the noble families.
Motherfucker.
This would have been good to know before we left home, huh?
I still need to talk to my brother.
Yeah. I mean, we're here. We're doing it. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal to tell them maybe making a trip into the Underdark. Possibly.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. Just, I'll tell them. We came to Gatshaw to kind of gather information about a potential endeavor into the Underdark. Who knows?
You are going into the Verloren then?
Possibly.
Out of curiosity, if I may ask, which noble family have you gotten a writ to go on an expedition from? Or did you get it from the Masons Guild?
Uh, we're working on that. We haven't
Oh,
quite got that far
so
yet.
a potential expedition then. I've
Exactly.
seen your
That's what I
type
said.
before. I will not talk too much about it. I will say that is a particularly divisive topic right now in Gatshaw. And he looks at you and he goes, I don't know how long it's been since you've been here, Sir Dwarf, but
It's been a while.
in the last year or so, quite a stir has been caused by the Masons Guild getting access from the High Council, or the right from the High Council, to actually sanction expeditions. A right previously exclusively held by the noble families.
Well, I mean,
Times are changing.
So it would seem.
what business would the Masons Guild have with the Verloren?
Well, everyone wants in, for the sake of the riches and things that are there. Look at this box. We don't know how to make anything like this. And this is but a trifling thing compared to what has been pulled out. My entire storehouse is full of the things that the noble families thought too useless to keep. Everything of real value is possessed by them. We're talking weapons of great power, arcane artifacts, the likes of which you've never seen. The entire history of our people lost to the ages, waiting to be rediscovered. It's... The things that you find there can shake the foundations of our city. And so, of course, the noble families went out of their way to make it to where only they could retrieve things from the Verloren. The Masons Guild getting access represents a shift in power. Now, of course, I am happy to take artifacts from either side, and to be quite frank, the Masons Guild has given me far greater things than the noble families ever have, so I admit some amount of bias, but don't tell the nobles that.
Of course.
Do I know where the Masons Guild is?
No, the Masons Guild is not even that familiar to you. When you left, the guilds were kind of like a joke. Like, they didn't have any real power, any money, they were mostly just, the middle class, essentially, that were like, we want stuff too! But, nothing really ever came of it. I would say hearing this is pretty shocking to you, actually.
I will ask the good sir. Well, where can we find the Masons Guild? I obviously did not bother with learning where they were last time I was here, and now it seems pertinent.
Oh, well, all the guilds are adjacent to the market district. Most of them serve some sort of commercial need. The Masons Guild, well, they build houses and structures for people, and recently some large expansion to the city that was just made. I don't know too much about that, but it also seems to be causing a great amount of division.
Yeah.
Are there any other guilds that are interested in ventures into forms of the city below?
Well, like I said, everyone is interested in an expedition into the Verloren. You have to find people crazy enough to do it, of course. Most expeditions come back with fewer people than went in. But the lure of what is down there, it always keeps people going back in. All of the guilds would love access to it, but the Masons Guild is the most powerful among them. Our entire city is built on stonework, stonecrafting. The Masons Guild found no shortage of work to be done, and have made quite a bit of money doing it. Next to them, of course, there's the Carter's Guild, which fulfills a need that none of the noble families ever used to do. Dwarves in the past didn't go to the surface to trade. They simply waited on humans to come down here. The Carter's Guild, well, they happily leave Gatshaw to go trade, and in doing so have become flush with coin. But they're probably the most hated guild from the nobles, as going to the surface is not a thing that a proper dwarf does.
Not very proper indeed.
And then, of course, there's the Carpenter's Guild. They're pretty minor in the grand scheme. Trees are quite hard to come by down here. A few others. Anything you can think of. Obvious needs. Smith's Guild.
Where, so Dwbar would know this. Where does all the food come from for the city?
So, Dwbar knows that there is not a shortage of creatures that live down here, and there is some amount of animal husbandry that takes place within the city that they get from not quite the Verloren, but sort of the outskirts of like the city.
Yeah.
A lot of it is grown. There are multiple species of edible fungus that grow in Gatshaw. But the food everybody wants is the food that comes in from trade. Surface food.
Yeah.
So, and there is a plentiful amount of that as well.
Okay.
Oh, going back to other equipment that might be useful to us.
Well,
I shall have other relevant questions about
of course. So I have swords, hammers, other arcane trinkets. I've shown you the boxes, which you have still yet to pay for, by the way.
I'm for sure.
So, adventurers looking to make an expedition into the Verloren. Well,
Anything archery related?
not really.
A medium-sized cat?
Archery is not really something that is known of dwarves. Less useful down here in caves that are small.
Oh. What have we done with Echo this whole time?
Oh, she's there. She's there.
Go on.
And she is turning heads, by the way.
I
But
forgot. about
you
that.
notice a strange reaction, actually, I'll say, as you move through the city of Gatshaw. Most people on the surface know what Echo is, and there's an amount of, like, fear, like, oh my god, it's a panther! The dwarves seem more curious. Most of them don't even seem to know what Echo is.
Good with it.
Interesting.
So, how about, well, one of the most common ways that people die in the Verloren is they get lost. I have a particular trinket that could maybe help. You will find that this is one that all of the noble families have managed to acquire some version of. The noble house of Gardal, in fact, provided me with this one, as they already had some. And it is a Verloren waystone. And he pulls it out and he hands you 2 stones. And he hands you one and he says, these stones, they can find each other. And you see them, as he holds them right next to each other, they're both glowing. Just constantly glowing. And then he pulls them apart, and they begin to very, very quickly pulse. And the further apart they get, the slower that pulse becomes.
Okay.
So, you leave one of these in a place that you would like to be able to return to. Take the other one with you. They will always be able to find each other.
How much for this oddity?
Yeah.
We'll call this 200 gold pieces.
worthwhile investment, I believe, gentlemen.
Yeah.
No kind of discount for if I take the boxes and these and maybe something else too, depending on what you keep pulling out of your hat.
Well, if you take them both, I will knock 50 gold off the total price.
75.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I help and give him advantage?
Sure.
I'm pretty persuasive, but okay.
Go ahead.
That is a 20. What is that? 21? No, hold on. I can math. 23.
23. I like you all. 75 off the total.
Alright. What other wonderful wares do you have? I have some coin,
Well,
as you can tell.
what other
You're full of all kinds of wonderful things.
Yes, I am
Intriguing
full
thing.
of all kinds of wonderful things. It would be great if I had a list of all those wonderful things. That would have been smart.
Well, maybe between after this transaction is complete and the next time we come back, maybe you'll have a list of those.
Come back before your adventure, and I will have a list prepared.
Do you have any games, cards, something?
Well, I have a... No, not really.
Oh. Very well. And I go back into behind everyone else, disappear back.
Okay.
Do y'all have any other inquiries for the man?
I don't.
Okay, well, it was
Well.
a pleasure doing business with all of you. And I will now take my, it was, I believe, 650
50 plus
200. So 850 minus
75.
75.
775.
Okay, so go ahead and mark off that amount of gold. And you now have Verloran Waystones, as well as a Verloran Box of Secrets.
2 of each, right?
What?
2 of each. Basically.
Yes, 2 of each. You bought 2 paired items.
So I will say,
What was the boxes?
Verloran Box of Secrets. You're just gonna have to write them in. I don't have a card made up
Yeah.
for those.
That's fine.
I will say, Mr. DM, I'm getting hungry, and I feel like the next part is going to take a while.
It very much will. So, with that, I guess we will call it. You guys good for next Sunday?
Yes, I should be.
Should be.
What's today?
The
Yes, I am good for next Sunday.
Can we, for posterity's sake, say we make our way to a reasonably close point to
Okay, well then
whatchamacallit?
we're gonna have to do one thing before we stop. So if
Well,
you guys
Thing or a small thing?
medium thing.
You don't want to do this or you don't want to wait?
I'm happy to keep going, but it's later where you guys are.
We haven't even started cooking supper yet, but it's Steppo, Kieran, make the call.
You hungry, Kieran?
Let's wait till next time.
We'll wait till next time. No big deal. All right. So yeah, for the one, and at times we had like a second viewer. Don't know who you are, but for everyone who watched, thanks. And we don't have a sign-off phrase. See ya.